Surely I thought that the fear of God wasn't here. But the plan and the purpose for everything that was being done was, it wasn't for really Abraham. It was for Abraham, but it was for the both of them to understand something. He went to a place with Abimelech. And he went to a place where a lot of us have that same mindset, is that we'll be around somebody and our thinking of a person, our thoughts of a person, or our thoughts of a place will hinder us from really what the purpose was of why you're there in the first place. Abraham had a thought that surely this place is not a faithful place. Surely this place is a place where evil's here, wickedness here, this ain't right. Because that's our mind. We're always thinking of righteousness. So why he told them, don't eat the tree of knowledge of good and evil. In other words, don't think. Don't you try to judge what's good and what's evil. Don't you try to figure out whether this is right or whether this is wrong. Because when you start thinking about that, you're going to miss it every time. That's why that's the problem with us today, is that we keep thinking. In our mind, we're thinking what's right. We're thinking what's, what is. We're thinking what, that ain't right, this ain't right, that ain't right, this ain't right. And that's the problem. Abraham surely thought that this place wasn't faithful. Surely this ain't the right place. So let's say you're my sister. But the whole plan, everything has a plan. Even in that which you think you're doing, it's still a plan in it. Even in that which you think you're right, still has a plan. Here in Genesis chapter 20, let's go to Genesis chapter 20. Genesis chapter 20, verse 1, it says, and Abraham journeyed. Now, before we even go to Genesis chapter 20, I wanted to see something, because remember, everything that we look at in the scripture, we have to personalize everything, even though the names are different. Even though the names are different, even though there's many different names in scripture, you always have to personalize and see that. You have to see yourself in every name. You have to see yourself in every name. Sometimes we'll read scripture and be like, man, that's like me. But we didn't look at Abimelech. We didn't look at Lot. We didn't look at this. We see Abraham, so it's like, I'm like, I see I'm like Abraham. But what about Lot? Maybe I'm like Lot too. And maybe I'm like Abimelech too. Maybe I'm like Sarah too. Genesis chapter 18. I'm sorry, Genesis chapter 19. Here in 19, this whole Genesis portion, you see where Lot is in Sodom and Gomorrah. And Abraham hears, he sees the angels, and the angels tell him that something's going to go down. And Abraham is interceding and saying, God, if it's fit the righteous, and the whole thing. And then, and that's what he's trying to teach. Abraham, you are not going to get a son until you get things in order. You're thinking that this place is not right. The truth of the matter is, the reason why they was in this place in the first place was because of Abraham's thinking of this place is not fair. He was led to this place, but the same thing with us. We're led to everything that happens in your life is purposed. The problem is when you get to a place where you're not familiar with, and then you start thinking. You start having stuff in your life go on, and then it's like, then you start thinking. You were led to this place. Even if it's crazy, even if it looks whatever, you were led to this place. Don't start thinking now and assuming what you think that this is. You were led to Abimelech. You were led to this place called Gerar. You were led here. Matter of fact, let's just go right to Genesis 20, verse 1. And this is Abraham journeyed from there toward the south country. And he dwelt between Kadesh and Shur. And he sojourned in Gerar. And Abraham said of Sarah, his wife, she is my sister. And Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah. Now even that right there, that was purpose. Abraham thought that there was no fear. See, your spirit is in control. Your spirit even knows the thoughts of what you think. But your spirit led you to wherever it was. Abraham's spirit led him to Gerar. But when he got there, Abraham's mind started thinking, surely this place is wicked. So let me tell him you're my sister. Because the Spirit knew you were going to think that. The Spirit knew you were going to think that. That's why I had you go there. To show you, I knew you were going to think it. So I had you do it. And then I had Abimelech take Sarah. Why? What was the purpose of Abimelech taking Sarah? Well, I first understand who is Abimelech and what does Abimelech mean, and what is Gerar, and what is this place Gerar, and what is this place in between Kadesh and Shur. Because if I'm just looking at stuff from the surface level, I'm going to miss what he's saying. I'm never going to get down to the adeptness of my spirit and really be ruled by my inner, because I'm still trying to figure this out with my mind. So here it is. Abraham, the Spirit knew Abraham was going to think once he got there. That's what the funny thing is about being led by your spirit. When you're led by your spirit is leading you to places because it knows what you're going to already think when you get there. Well, some of us get in situations, all of us get in situations, and the moment we're in the situations, we don't know why we're in it, but we're led in the situation because I know what you're going to think when you get in it. Just to show you thinking something, but that ain't it. And you're going to constantly keep going through it until you stop thinking about why you're in it. You keep going through the same situations until you stop thinking about why you're in it. And until you until you get to the depths of your spirit to know what was the purpose of here. Because everything works together for good. I just got to understand, why am I in this situation? Why am I sent to Abimelech in Gerar? Now we'll look at this and say that he does it again. He says he's my sister. He did it before. He did it when he went to another place. And he thought, and sure enough, the place was a bad place. But this time, this ain't that. When you don't understand why you in certain situations, you're going to think that it's the same thing that it was last time. And until you can understand what the purpose and everything is, you're going to keep going through, and there'll be 5 more verses of, and he went to this place, and he thought, surely this place ain't right. And then it just keep, and the 15 verses, and he went to this place, and surely this place ain't right. So you say, and he ain't going to never learn what it is, and you'll be still believing for something that I promised you, but you'll never see it because you don't understand that you're going through a process because I called your name Abraham. I'm going to make you a father of many nations. However, you ain't even got one seed yet. Why? Because you still didn't learn why you still going to these places. And you'll be just saying all the time, we got to do this. And you'll just be saying, we're supposed to be this. And then you'll just be saying, we got to go change the community. And we'll just be saying, we're supposed to be doing this. And it'll be 5 years from now, and we'll be still saying, yo, come on, we got to go do this. Because you still hadn't learned what it is, and still didn't learn why you're in the situations you're in. Whether good or bad. Because you're still assuming something before. So he says, Abraham journeyed from there toward the south country, and he dwelled between Kadesh and Shur. And he sojourned in Gerar. And Abraham said of Sarah his wife, she is my sister. And Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah. Now you understand, here it is. Abimelech's name literally means, if you look at Abimelech, isn't it funny? Abimelech's name, Ab, same as Abraham, Ab. They both start with A-B. Ab, Hebrew, means father. So Abimelech's a father of something. So is Abraham a father of something. So he sends him to Abimelech, or Ab-Melech. Melech means king, royal. So he's a father of royalty. Abimelech. He's a father of royalty. He's a father of reigning. He's a father of control. He knows how to rule. Abimelech. Abraham just simply means father of multitudes, or father, Ab, and he's the chief father. That's why he told him, leave your father's house and go to a place where I'm going to show you, because I'm going to make you the chief father. I'm going to start you all over again. You're going to have a new line. So here's a chief father, and he's with another father who's a king or a ruler. So he sends him to Abimelech, and he sends him to a place called Gerar. Now this is the funny thing that kicked to me on this Gerar. Gerar in Hebrew means to meditate. He sends him to a place called Gerar, which is in between Kadesh and Shur. Kadesh means a sacred place or dedicated, consecrated, to be set apart. Shur means to observe. He's in between a sacred thing and observe. Now when you observe, the word observe literally, again, all these words translate, which means enemy. Enemy. In case you don't know, every enemy that exists, every single enemy that exists is inside you. There is no outward enemies. When something outward is looking like it's trying to stop you, it's because it's not there to stop you, it's there to show you what's in you. When something is not working right, it's there to stop you so that you can look inside of you. You cannot proceed to do something and it's stopping you from letting it work because it's saying stop, you can't go any further till you look inside you. The problem is not something trying to stop you. The reason why a thing is not working is to stop you to look inside of you, because there's something in you that you have to overcome. So Abraham, you're in a place where you have to be stopped by something that's already inside you. And what is that? Your thoughts. Because later on is, surely he thought that this place was wicked. But you find out the place isn't wicked. The thing is, you have wicked thoughts. There's something in you. That's why he took Sarah. Sarah's name just simply means queen. His mother is queen. So what he did was he stopped Abraham and took Sarah. Now watch this. He does the same thing that he does in the first part when he says he's my sister. What happens? The womb of the peoples get shut up. The wombs of the people get closed. The wombs of the people get shut down. Why does the wombs of the people get shut down? Because God will put you in situations. The reason why you get put in situations is because if I see issues, if I can deliver you from your issue, because all I'm doing, when you see people with issues, and God shows you people with issues, if I deliver you from your issue, I automatically deliver myself. Abraham was looking for a seed. Well, if you're looking for a child, I'm going to send you somewhere to let people's wombs get shut up. If I'm looking for something, I'm going to send you the same problem for you to fix somebody else's. If I'm looking for more understanding and more revelation, then I need to give out that which I have to somebody else.